Well, hello. Sitting here with Dr. Bill McAnalley, the Chief Science Officer of Aroga. Barbie McAnalley, she is our nurse at Aroga and event organizer. She has lots of roles she plays. And this is Dr. John Hall. He is our resident dentist. He is a professional, and he is very, very keen on all of the things that Dr. Bill has done because they've worked together since the 80s. And we wanted to answer a question that we had. And that question is, I've got it written here, when getting ready to send a grandchild, or child for that matter, off to college, what products would be best? Okay? I'll just let Dr. Bill start with that, and I'm sure everybody can add something to that. So, Dr. Bill, what do you think?
Well, I think everyone needs core and aloe, and probably it's a good idea to have bone joint endocrine. And then depending on what their needs are, you know, you might look at the other products because they're designed for specific purposes. If he's worrying all the time and he's got diarrhea, he probably sure needs some GI too.
Yeah.
And you can substitute one for the other. And if you, if you can't afford all of those, you can buy them and take half a dose.
Yeah.
Because that way you're still helping the systems, and you can get by with 2 months.
Yeah.
Instead of with 1 month.
Especially if you need multiple of the
Yeah, you need several others.
Yeah.
So that's what I would send them off with. And of course, right now our special would be perfect with us worrying about viruses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We actually should call the special for today
Yeah.
the college pack.
Yeah.
The college pack, or
Yeah.
just the school pack.
Yeah.
But Theragel is also, I think, something great to have on hand. Whether, we all know it happens at a random time, whether it's allergies acting up or whatnot, but if you wake up, have a little sore throat, Theragel is great to have at the bedside where you're not, missing out on classes or whatnot, or having to go make an appointment just to get your throat checked out or whatnot. Theragel is good though to have as a rinse, just to have on site also, but also just to protect your mouth, we all know that we are amazing at flossing and brushing, all of us, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Especially college students, because I know when I was in college, I couldn't wait to brush and floss. So Theragel though is good, great to have on hand. They just...
Well, the other thing is when test time comes around, and that's stress, that's when a lot of times you see those aphthous ulcers, the canker sores and things like that. So, just periodically, Theragel is going to come in handy for them for sure.
Yeah, the stress, you put it right on the nipple.
We did a clinical study in aphthous ulcers way back a long time ago at Baylor, and they did it with the dental students, but they did it right before the finals. So when they knew they're going to be stressed, and we were going to see a lot of canker sores. So anyway, that'll come in handy several times for those kids.
And I would put it on any wound. If you're in college, every now and then you hear about having an outbreak of MRSA. And that's because one person in there gets it and they use the same towels and stuff, and pretty soon the whole group of people have it. So if you have a very fresh wound and you put that on there, we've shown it kills MRSA. But once MRSA gets deep, gets down in your bone and stuff, it won't go that far. So you need to do it immediately on any wound afterwards. And we haven't put it in a package yet, but we have it approved by FDA for all topical wounds. And the funny thing is you have it approved by the dental group at FDA, and then you have it approved by the dermatology group. And the dental group got through a lot faster. I guess they knew John or something. But both of them have a different label. They approve your label. So the label, of course, for dental doesn't say for all topical uses, but the one for topical says for all topical ones. So we have to put a different label on it.
Anything else you guys would recommend, just moving forward, you send in your child off to college, I mean, we said the core and the aloe, and then, you know, of course, depending upon, you know, your individual person, you know, like Dr. Bill gave the example of having a nervous stomach, you know, you may want to add GI, you know. I know right now, at the time of the making of this video, there's a big problem in the U.S. It's, I mean, in the whole world, really, that's a concern, and that's this COVID-19 virus. And, you know, when you send some kids back to school, I know a lot of stuff's online, but I'm sorry, you can't have a track meet online, and you can't play football online. That doesn't work. At least I ain't seen it yet. I mean, you can play some video games, I guess, but, you know, whenever you start doing that, you're going to be in contact with others, and there's nothing you can do but support your body. So I think at this point right now, I'd send my college student off with some immune for sure. You know, and like Dr. Bill said, you know, yes, the price can, you know, add up, but I mean, the price of our health, I mean, my goodness, I take my family out to eat sometimes. I mean, it's just a regular old, I mean, not even anything fancy. And just 4 of us approaches almost $100. I mean, my gosh. So I could, you know, I think that there's some sacrifices, some, you know, some adjustments I could make, and probably most of us here in the great country of America could make some adjustments, you know, maybe a little bit more beans and rice or hamburger helper a few days, if you will. And, you know, make sure we get our college student, you know, the best support we can, because they're going to be around a lot of people. So you definitely, you know, core and aloe support the whole body. The Theragel, especially around test times, like Dr. Hall says, canker sores on your mouth. And, you know, depending upon your, I mean, yeah, if you get nervous stomach, man, my goodness, get some GI. And a GI, what percent of our immune system
70 to 80%.
is in the GI tract? So guys, there again, with this COVID thing, I mean, immune and GI, so it's not gonna hurt, like Dr. Bill said, you know, 1 month, you know, order a few months worth, but separate it, you know, spread it out through the months, you know, or you might take, you know, a little bit less of this. That way your body's getting at least what you can give it, you know. I know there were many times when I was in college, I'm sorry, but I went to the 99-cent menu, which I don't even think exists anymore, or McDonald's, you know, but I could get a double cheeseburger for 99 cents. It's not the healthiest thing, but my gosh, it's better than starter. So, you know, we just got to kind of look at things that way when we're going to college. Anybody else have anything?
And, well, I was going to say, a Rogaine makes a fantastic gift, period.
Yeah.
Whether it's a birthday or Christmas or college. I mean, I know it's not something that's at the top of our list, especially I feel like when you're college age, or you're not really thinking about, I know, you know, I wasn't. I loved working out and I loved science and all that, so I probably had a little bit more knowledge, or was excited about wanting to take care of myself, but a lot of times it's just not at the top. I was also running from one job to the next and then going to class, and a lot of times it's just not at the top of your list. So that's a really good thing that you can do, though, to support your child or your grandchild, to say, hey, look, I got you this. It will really help in the long run. So yeah.
And that's why when you get nervous, you know, it affects your GI tract. And that's where they say your GI tract's tied to your brain, it's your second brain. So, you know, during tests they get nervous, and it would be nice to have that extra bottle so they could take it a week before their test and a day or two afterwards. And another thing is the brain and nerve has ingredients in it as well as core. They have some of the same ingredients that help you remember better. And they have studies showing that this ingredient and both of those, the Barbie, enables you to score higher on tests. You remember things longer and better. They have proven
Memory comes in
double-blind
handy
studies.
when you're taking tests. Memory comes in handy.
Definitely.
That's a good thing.
Well, guys, I hope that answered your question. Little disclaimer, that special is only good today. What's the date today? 28th?
Today is July the 28th.
Yeah, so that special that was mentioned, it's only good for today. So,
What's the limit?
no limit.
You
But,
can buy as many of them as you want for your college.
yeah,
kids.
so if you see this video after that, well,
Tomorrow,
yeah.
disregard that.
disregard that special. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we look forward to answering some of your other questions.